Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about an action movie from 1991 that didn't really do much in the theaters, but it picked up a following in the home video market on rentals, and it also picked up a following because it aired a lot on TBS, which is how I discovered it. It is Stone Cold, starring Brian Bosworth and Lance Henriksen, and it's directed by Craig R. Baxley. Craig R. Baxley was a stuntman, a stunt coordinator, and he also directed a film called I Come in Peace with Dolph Lundgren. But this movie has some amazing action set pieces, so his skills really shine on this movie. The star, Brian Bosworth, has a unique story, his entering into acting anyway. He was a linebacker for the Oklahoma Sooners and one of the best in college football at the time. And he was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks, and injuries caught up to him, and he really didn't live up to the hype that he came into the NFL with. But he had this unique persona, and he just knew how to capture attention from the media and fans alike. So that translated to, an acting career. So his unique persona was perfect for Stone Cold. Stone Cold here, he plays a cop named Joe Huff, and he's on suspension in the Gulf Coast area, which is where he's a cop. But the FBI wants to work with him because he's had a lot of biker arrests, and with his haircut, and he's built like a linebacker, and his attitude, he can infiltrate this biker gang called the Brotherhood, which is a white supremacist biker gang. They run drugs, they do a lot of different things. They are really bad. So the FBI wants to shut the Brotherhood down. So they're looking for somebody to infiltrate it, so they get Joe Huff to do it. So he goes by the alias John Stone, and he starts busting up a few heads, and he gets the attention of Chains, played by Lance Henriksen, who was perfectly cast here for someone for Brian Bosworth to play off of. Lance Henriksen was an expert at playing villains, and he was always good in Hard Target, among other movies. So that comes into play here. It also has William Forsythe, who plays one of the higher-ups in the biker gang. His name's Ice, and William Forsythe is another amazing actor who's in Out for Justice, and he's another great bad guy in a lot of movies. So you have a good cast here. And so, anyway, Joe Huff infiltrates the biker gang and really learns what they're up to, and it's even more sinister than he thought. So at first he just runs little odd jobs for them and has them, beat some people up and, collect money. But then as he earns the trust of Chains, he learns more about what they're up to, and he tries to, he's going to tell the FBI and take him down. But Ice never liked Stone, and he suspects something, so they're butting heads a lot. Now this movie, it sounds like a standard action movie fare, right? Big guy with an attitude who takes on a biker gang. And it is a pretty standard action movie. But what sets this apart was the stunt work and the direction. It had a $25 million budget. In 1991, that's like having an $85 million budget now. I mean, you can do a lot with that. So, the stunt here and the action set pieces, especially with the bikes and stuff, looks amazing. It was all practical. And the score by Sylvester Levay, I think I'm pronouncing that right, he did the score for the television show Airwolf. So he did a lot of really cool stuff, with synthesizers, stuff like that. So it really added to the feel of this. He also did the Stallone movie Cobra. So this gives this movie kind of a little bit of a different feel than the standard action movie. But the set pieces here are just amazing. Like I said, there's different scenarios that play out, and the movie just has a ton of attitude, and they made the most of the budget that they had here. So it's a really fun movie, and when I saw it on TBS, I was like, wow, I gotta see the unedited version of this. So my dad rented it for me, and I watched it, and I was blown away by it, and I've loved it ever since. So I'd love to see it restored in 4K one day. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments on it. Would you like to see it restored in 4K? What did you think of it? Let me know any of that in the comments. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.